Just because I'm in misery, I'm not asking for no sympathy. But if it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love.
Hello. Welcome to Artichoke Music. Is it anyone here for the first time? All right. Oh, well, welcome. So I'm so glad you found us. I'm Leah Mochi. I'm the executive director here at Artichoke, and we have been a nonprofit for 53 years. So, yes. I wonder if we're the oldest music nonprofit in Portland, most likely. So we do a lot of things to try to work with different communities, especially Swan Songs and Soldiers in Songs, and we have tons of open mics and jams and youth blues jams and jazz jams and many teachers. We have a school, and we have a mostly consignment music shop, and just a lot of exciting things going on here at Artichoke Music. The most exciting thing to me is that it's almost entirely run by volunteers. We have over 75 volunteers that are actively with Artichoke. And so today we have Steve in the audience. He's one of our top door people always. I don't know where he went, but thank you, Steve. Steve's amazing and has been helping us so much. And we have Chris running video, who has just been so great getting us going in all sorts of things video. And Olivia is at sound tonight, and I'm the bartender. So yeah, we're just so glad you're here, and just keep telling people about this wonderful little music venue you found, because we still need to get the word out that we're still thriving and going strong here in Portland. So yes, we're just so excited to be partnering with Swan Songs. The work you guys are doing is just absolutely amazing, and I'm thankful that we can host you. So I wanted to introduce Todd Lawrence, one of the board members of Swan Songs.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you for having us here. The Artichoke is just basically the best room for music in the city, and so we really appreciate you letting us be here. And thank you all for being here tonight. It's meaningful. This is our third night that we're doing our first Swan Songs at the Artichoke, and so far it's been a really amazing project, and we're hoping to keep it going for forever. I want to tell anybody in here does everybody in here do you know about Swan Songs? Do you know, or is there anybody in here who has not heard of us before tonight? So I'm going to say anyways, maybe you've heard it before, but what Swan Songs does is we provide musical last wishes for people at the end of life. And the idea is that we bring music to the bedside or to wherever they are, as a way of celebrating their life and bringing something beautiful. It's a time in life where a lot of times what's happening is a rough road, and people are remembering it as one of the hardest times. And if you can put something beautiful into that last time, that can be the memory, really, that something joyful and beautiful happened during that time. And so that's really what that's about. Without going on any longer, I'd like to bring up our board president, Jim Freisha, real quick. And Jim's going to tell you a little bit about the origin of Swan Songs, and then we're going to get on to the music.
Sure.
Thank you.
Actually, Jim,
Yeah.
everybody sort of get yourself seated and ready. All right.
I was supposed to say something about this too.
Okay,
So
you go ahead.
let me just say, so there are these cards up here, and if you get a chance to get one of these cards, this is the first one. These are collectible, tradable cards of the musicians who have played Swan Songs concerts to our patients. This first one has, oh, I've got it upside down. These cards someday will be worth a lot. You don't, so this is the rookie card for Story and Tune. Please collect one, and every time you come, there will be a new card. But with that in mind, Jim, I'm going to let you.
Thanks, Todd. Hey, thanks, Todd. Yeah, no, I'm not going to give you the whole history of Swan Songs, and I'm actually wanted to originally. One of our other board members, who has been a Swan Songs musician, was going to talk about what it feels like, kind of how it feels to be a Swan Songs musician. So instead, I think I'm just going to let you know that, and I think I've mentioned this before. Some of you have heard the story too many times, but the thing that connected me to Swan Songs and why I was part of founding it here in Portland was an experience I had about 20 years ago. And it made a profound impact that I carried with me for a while. And when I met the founder of Swan Songs in Austin, Texas, I immediately got what they were doing and said, hey, if you ever want to bring this to Portland, I think it would be a great place to do it, and I might be interested in helping. But the thing that stuck with me for a lot of years had to do with James Lowe, because I had a friend who was in hospice care. She was dying of cancer. She was up at Hopewell House, and some friends of mine and I had given her a gift of a house concert for one of her favorite musicians, which was James. And so we said, you know, whenever you want, just call him up and he will come to your house and do a house concert. Well, she never did the house concert, and now she's in hospice care. And a group of us were up there with her one afternoon, and I just said, do you want to see if James might want to come and play? And she thought, yeah, maybe, okay. And so I immediately called him up, and he had just started a brand new job, county job. And it was, I don't know if you want to, what you remember after that, but it was a pretty crazy day for you, but you made it to back up to Hopewell House after work, fed the dog, and it was about 6 o'clock when you arrived, and you did about a 40-minute show for about 20 people who were gathered on the patio. And I know we've talked about it a little bit, but it left a mark for you too. I don't know if you want to say anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know. So if I'm being honest, it was one of the hardest shows that I've ever done, because usually I don't have to stop myself from crying like throughout an entire show. But it's definitely one of those experiences that made me feel like I have accomplished something as a musician, that the idea that someone would want my music to be a part of their end of life journey was deeply moving, and it's still.
Yeah, I think a lot of musicians, when they get into the experience of playing for people who are at that stage of life, it can be quite moving, and the connection that they make with the recipient can be really profound. And and we see that happen. We see that happen a lot. And I've had a couple of musicians say to me, "Wow, I didn't know it was going to feel like that." I mean, and they really enjoyed it, and they said it was so different from anything else they've done. So anyway, we wanted to kind of focus on what is it like for musicians and to do this. And one of the pieces of our mission is to pay musicians, but it isn't just the pay; it's that they get the compensation they get, but the experience. And some of them are just really want to continue to do it. A few people, I think it's too hard, but for most, it's something they want to do more than once. So anyway, just wanted to kind of communicate that. And it's great to see you all here, and you don't have to listen to us talk too much anymore, do you? Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jim. Thank you again. Thank you, Jim. So let's get the music started. I want to introduce Bobby Joe Valentine. You just met James Lowe and Karen Ann. So when we're putting a show like this together, we sit around a table and we basically ask each other, who's the most soulful musician that you know who would really bring something beautiful to the night? And that's why you were all asked to be here tonight. And so I'm going to ask one question, and then I'm going to leave the stage and let you make of it what you will. And so that question tonight is, do you believe that music has the power to heal? And I'm going to walk off, and with no further ado, it's up to them.
do like a this way thing? Do you want to start?
Sure. Yeah. I'd say yes. Yeah, it's how I've patched my life together. Certainly, emotionally, it's allowed me to find grounding and stability, and my mind can kind of, I don't know. There's something about songs that create meaning for me in a really deep way, and like resonate with something inside here that just normal speech or text doesn't do. Something about a song patches something deep together for me. So that's a yes.
So my musical time right now is mostly spent with teaching high school kids how to play guitar. So in that context, I would say yes, definitely music can heal, because seeing a kid find music as something they can hold on to. Thinking of a kid in particular. So I started my teaching career in the 2021 school year, which was pretty interesting. And the kids that I had those first couple of years were just deeply traumatized. And one kid in particular spent maybe half of the first half of the quarter under a desk, and a lot of self-harm. But eventually they took their long nails off and started playing guitar, and now is writing songs, and it's just like guitar is a thing that they lean on when they need help. And that's just about the coolest thing ever, I think.
So, yes, I believe music has the power to heal. Mostly in my own life, it's been the thing that I always kind of turn to. Just in my own experience, it's what got me through just kind of feeling alone in a way. I always had music to help me work out my thoughts and process, and it's still there today. So yeah, I think it has a way to just bring you closer to yourself as well as to other people. So yeah.
Totally. How about some music? Does that sound good? You want to keep doing this? Just keep, or do you want to start and then go this way?
Start.
You want to start? Okay,
Sure.
cool. All right.
All right, now I just gotta pick the song I'm gonna play. I think I'll start with this one. I actually was just in the studio yesterday recording this song, but as I said, I feel for me music is really how I remind myself that I'm okay. And the song's called Be Better, and I wrote it sort of thinking about when you're going through a hard time, you can be hard on yourself. And so this is my reminder song to myself that you can be better. You can be nicer to yourself. Started slipping deep this morning. I couldn't stop myself. I don't know where it started it, but I'm sitting in the dark. I wanna cry and be so lonesome. Ooh, when my lover had to leave. Tried reaching for his shoulder, but that ain't what I need. And now I'm running from a feeling that I'll stay broken forever. How do you make the days one slower and the heart love the self better? Let the heart love the self better. Ooh. Hey. myself better. Started slipping deep this morning. I couldn't stop myself tonight. I don't know where I started it. I don't know where I started it. No, no, no. I don't know where I started it, but I'm sitting in the dark. Now running from the feeling that we'll stay broken forever. How do you make the days run slower and the heart love itself better? Let the heart love itself better. Oh, let the heart love itself better. Let the heart love itself oh better. Yeah, gotta be better. Oh, ooh, gotta be better. Thanks.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it, love it.
This is a song I don't play live very much. I put it on my last record. I wrote it during COVID, and I think I was just trying to imagine what it would feel like to be on the move somewhere, because we weren't going anywhere right at that moment. White lines, worn gears grinding, got to get some road behind me. I'm never looking back again. I don't believe they'll ever understand how the highway feels to a broken-hearted man. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Wheels turn, leaves fall. I dreamed I was a bird flying across the moon. The sky had opened up to me with new eyes. I began to see. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I tried to hold it steady right into the storm. I held on like the dream was my own. But the whispers grow when the south winds blow, and the red lights turn into dawn. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. White lines, 18 wheels flying down the road. I'm never looking back again. I don't believe they'll ever understand how the highway feels to a broken-hearted man.
Thank you. Beautiful. Felt the ache. Felt the ache in that song for real. All right. Well, I was really excited to get invited to do this because I'd never heard of Swan Songs, and then my friend Karen is a part of Swan Songs on the board, and she's helping put this together, and she reached out to me. And I was really, really excited because the way my mind works is I immediately put the shoe on the other foot, and I was like, wow, at the end of my life, like having my favorite song sung to me, that would be like one of the greatest gifts of my life. And to get the chance to be involved with that was just an easy yes. So I hope that after this, I've never been one of the performers, but I hope that I get the chance to be a Swan Song performer. I'd be really honored to do that. When I was, is this coming through? All right, let's see. It is plugged in. I can unplug and plug it in. That was something. My volume up all the way. All right, there we go. Cool. All right. The one thing that I wanted to sing this song I wrote called Fox Eyes, and when I was in college, I was a part of a really like conservative Baptist world growing up, and so I went to Bible college, and we had this thing on the weekends where we would do the ministry for the nursing home residents, and we'd go and we'd like sing hymns, and things that they knew for the nursing home residents, and of course we were all trying to save them from the fires of hell, so it wasn't like, it was a little complicated looking back. But what I can say that's a memory from that I took that's really beautiful for me is that not everybody, but for many of those people that were at like the very end of their life, it was like they really finally understood that they couldn't take anything with them, and so they might as well go back to the open-hearted self they were when they were born. And so a certain level of open-heartedness was there that I don't see ever out in the world, or very, very rarely. So this song is all about having an open heart, and I thought I'd tell that story before that. So here we go. Rooster crows at dawn, hibernate instead. Deer eyes on the headlights up ahead, mingle with the herd, circle round the sun, hope that all the groundhog days are done. What to do when all the reasons have worn thin? After all, we're only human animals with fur and souls and skin. Well, keep your fox eyes focused on the beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life. Teeth and sweat and blood and tears. Tell me what it's worth. Temporary paw prints on this earth. Well, what's the reason not to stay inside the shell? After all, we're only human animals with limbs and souls and cells. Well, just keep your fox eyes focused on the beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life. To love life. When they don't love you anymore. When your own story is the only left worth fighting for. When no one's opening the doors. When the wolf comes out at night and there's no one left inside. Are we gonna be alright? Well, keep your fox eyes focused. There is beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life. To love life.
So, I used to work as a geologist, and I had a very weird job, I guess. I worked with an 85-year-old geologist for about 5 years, and I would go out into the forest and go camping with him, and he had a VW bus trailer that he would camp in at 85, and we did this for about 3 years. And I wrote many poems about him because he had an office in the back of his house, but I could hear his phone calls. And so I wrote, I'm going to play a song I wrote about him. He passed away in January this year. And the song ended up being like the idea that, the phone call that inspired the song was, he was on the phone with an old colleague, and he was like, I'm too old. I can't go to the mountains anymore. My knees are shot. And so the song's called Can't Go Back to the Mountains. I just wrote it about that moment. I could hear in his voice that he was going to that place in his head, going to those times. And so... yeah. Here we go. His hair is gray, his skin is dry from decades of walking those miles outside. His feet are worn, his legs are warped like timber antique from all the years before. But he says, I'm too old to return to the mountains. But it can never die, 'cause the tale lives on even after we are gone. Yes, the story lives on even after we are gone. When he says I'm too old to return to the mountains, but nevertheless, oh, nevertheless he rambles. He says I'm too old to return to the mountains, but nevertheless, oh, nevertheless he
Great little groove to it. That's a great little groove to it. Let's see. This is a song that I thought it was going to be on the last record, and it didn't end up fitting, and then I completely forgot about it. Like last week, I was like, oh wait, did I have a song that was and then I managed to pull it back from the dark depths of my brain. I'd completely lost it, and now I'm like, oh, I kind of like that song. I'm gonna play it some more. So here we go. This is a little cheerier than the last song, maybe. It's a bit about reflection on life and. Do you remember walking down by the river? Your hand in mine. At the time I believed we could stay that way forever. But time has a way of walking away from what you think you are. Like the light from a star, traveling years just to shine for a moment. Sometimes in my mind I walk all night down the streets of Soho. We were two young fires burning bright, full of life and destruction. But time has a way of chipping away at the plasters and the masks, leaving you to ask, what have I done? What have I come here for? I won't cry tears of regret, for time has made me a friend, like the light from a star, traveling years just to shine for a moment. I still believe in the dreams that I had when I was young, and for that I'm thankful. 'Cause every note and every song holds something that I can hold on to. And time has a way of turning the pain of heartbreak soft and light, like the light from a star, traveling years just to shine. And I won't cry tears of regret, regret. For time has made me a friend like the light from a star, traveling years and years just to shine. I mostly remembered it.
That's beautiful.
I had to rewrite the chorus to that because it's too high. My voice doesn't go up there anymore.
I write outside my range a lot too. Was that lyric? Time has made me a friend like a star.
Let's see. Time has made me a friend. Yeah, time has
Like
made
a star.
me a friend.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. The songwriter in me was very happy listening to that song. This next song I'm going to do is called Dear December, and it's just kind of a love letter to endings. I saw a lot of love letters to beginnings, especially when you're starting out in the songwriting world. You drown in all the wonderful songs there are, and a lot of love songs about beginnings, but not a lot of love for an ending. And so the last month of the year was coming up, and I decided to write a song about it. And this song, I got commissioned by a chorus, and then a bunch of other choruses picked it up. So it's been sung by about 35 choruses around the country, which is just a cool little thing to know that my song was out there in the world in a way that I didn't have to show up and sing the song. It was kind of nice. But anyway, this is Dear December. Dear December, your gray skies, didn't see them in April's eyes. She was all hopes and good daydreams. Now it's darker, help me see the point of waiting, the point of standing still, the point of opening up to the chill, the point of losing and letting go, the point of choosing to let your heart come home. Dear December, end of years, rest in peace all you hopes and fears. Beneath chimneys, embers glow, something's buried and something's growing. Now it's colder, now I'm older, now I'm fuller grown. Now I'm trying to let my heart come home. Let my heart come home. We the lovers, we the friends, we the holders of hundreds of loose ends, we who stumble, we who fall. Dear December, you hold us all. We too busy to sing our songs, we who wandered for far too long. While we're waiting, while we're standing still, taking time for our empty to refill. Dear December, just so you know, I am letting my heavy heart come home. I am letting my heavy heart come home. I am letting my heavy heart come home.
That line where you mentioned gray skies in the beginning, that helped me choose what song I was going to play.
Nice, all right.
I don't know about you guys, but I tend to, I love writing out in nature. I don't know. It unlocks something for me. And I wrote this next song I had a prompt where I had to write a song where the title was a color, and it being October time when I was out in the woods, I picked gray. Being Pacific Northwest, and all the things, you know. And I originally intended the song to be sort of, you know, how much I hate the dreary skies and all that kind of stuff, and how it's kind of a bummer during this time. But the song ended up sort of changed about my perspective, and I started thinking about just being in a state of gray, kind of existing, not bad, not good, just kind of there, and trying to feel content. So this is what I came up with. Silver skies make my spirit weary, walking through a cloud I can't see clearly, through all of the rain. I am losing freckles on my face, trying to stay warm in this place, abandoned by my summer, 'cause gray is the shade of short days. Yeah, gray is the shade of short days, and all my longing. Stillness soaks in me till I'm a ghost, but neither here nor there, but almost. I get hard to define when I'm gray is the shade of short days. Yeah, gray is the shade of short days, and my longing. Oh, my longing. Oh, my longing.
song was sort of mesmerizing and lovely, and I think I just forgot all of my songs. I know I had at least a third song in mind that I was going to play.
Get your list.
Oh, I know my pick. I don't have a list.
Oh. Oh, you got it in the pick pocket.
Yeah. Let's see. Sounds slightly atrocious. So for the longest time, I only wrote like really sad songs. And then something about getting old. Like maybe I should try something a little bit cheerier. I can't usually go all the way there, you know. But this was an attempt at some silver lining somewhere in those dark clouds. What do you want? What do you intend to do about it? What do you need? Are you frozen in the arms of doubt? And tell me who you are when there ain't nobody else around. And what do you believe when your dreams are lying broken on the ground? Can you say that it's love, 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 love? Won't you say love? What's the brightest star you have ever seen shining in the night? Did it take you very far from your home and leave you living in the absence of light? Well, don't you know it ain't wrong to be alone? And don't you know that it ain't easy for anyone to hold on, hold on, hold on to your love, 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 hold on to your love. What do you want? What do you intend to do about it? What do you need? Are you shaking off the frozen arms of doubt to fall into your love? Love, 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 fall into your love, 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 fall into your love. fall into your love. Fall into your love. Thank you.
That's beautiful. I fell in. I was just thinking, like, I feel so lucky to be here, like up here with both of you, but just up here with all of you, all of us. And like, I could be like scrolling Facebook right now, or doing something so like, you know, wasteful and anxiety-inducing in my life, and instead, we get to be here doing this, and it feels like such a more valuable use of our time and our spirit. But in the name of that news cycle, this is a song I wrote that might be helpful for our times. And at the very end of the pandemic, I ended up staying with my parents for a little while because I have bipolar disorder, and I just finished a manic trip, and it had some serious consequences. So because of that, I had to live with my parents for a year. And I grew up in this really, really conservative fundamental Baptist world, and I am not that anymore. And so it was a pretty difficult year. But what I did to help myself and keep myself sane is I just decided to just love them in advance no matter what, and try to let that lead the conversation. And I certainly didn't do it perfect, but it was amazing in that year how much their hearts opened up in ways that I didn't expect they would, and how much my heart opened up in ways that I didn't realize it needed to. And so this song just has a little bit about the way hearts work, it's helped me walk through the world with a little more gentleness and kindness, especially with people that I disagree with, politically or otherwise. And so this song is called The Thing About a Heart. I was at a protest in Seattle one day, and all the kids there had so much to say. I think there's certainly a time and a place to let out all your anger and pain. But then I turned on the news after work, and all the people there were still speaking hurt, fighting over who did and didn't deserve the things we humans go through each day. And I don't think that anyone's mind has been changed using shame or hatred or pride. Because the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. Yes, the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. From the inside. Now both my parents vote much differently than I do. I'm sure there's hundreds of things we could fight through, but they're getting older now, so mostly what I choose is to join them for walks in the park. We move our bodies through the bushes and trees, and stop to point out a bird we haven't seen. And sometimes I think that might be all that we need, and sometimes I think that's a lark. But either way, I know if I yelled at them both, we'd just go in our corners and hide. Because the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. Yes, the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. From the inside. I flip the channels on my noisy TV, trying to find myself some sense of relief from all the people who were shouting on screen, fighting so their viewers would stay. Then I stumbled on a quiet scene at a lake. At first I thought I'd hit the mute by mistake. There wasn't anyone to bill or to blame, just the sense the earth was doing okay. So I imagined all the newscasters there, water in their eyes, wind in their hair, No way to fight about what's fair, unfair, and nothing to get in the way. And then in my dream, all at once, they started to cry when they realized that the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. Because the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. Yes, the thing about a heart is it opens from the inside. From the inside.
I was like trying to sing harmonies on that part. But,
Oh, darn it. I miss it.
So I'm gonna play a new song for you guys. You cool with that?
Yeah.
So at the beginning of August, I went to a song school up in Lyons, Colorado, and I took this class. I got paired with somebody, and we each had to write a story about someone else's life, a tragic, or not tragic, but some sort of life-changing event in their life. And this is a song I came up with. It's called "Mama Was a Compass." Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Drove north for hours from New Mexico to Colorado. Just see my baby girl walking down the aisle. What a gift to know our love. Oh, but time owned me then. Wore me ragged with responsibility. I forgot about myself, giving love to someone else. The one, oh, who was never supposed to leave. Oh, 'cause my mama was a compass, my map to get through life. Oh, her wisdom runs deep in my veins, and that ain't ever gonna change. I turned south and drove through the wildfires and smoke. Oh, to see my mama lying there just like a child, just like a child. Oh, and 45 minutes grief struck in. Oh, and left me screaming into the empty. Now I wonder who is left, oh, who is left to be proud of me. Oh, 'cause my mama was a compass, oh, my map to get me through life. Yeah, her wisdom runs deep in my veins, and that ain't ever gonna change. But now there's no direction, no carting away. Somehow time's gotta be my friend, and oh, make it be okay. That ain't ever gonna change. No, that ain't ever gonna change. Her wisdom runs deep in my veins. Oh, my mama was a compass. Thanks.
So I feel like after that last song that I played, the universe is slightly out of balance. So I better play a depressing song to get things back where they belong. So I wrote this song during COVID. It was during, I think it was my first year of teaching, where that's the first line of the song is very much inspired by being a teacher during COVID. With our backs to the wall, everybody here is hanging on by a thread. The only difference between winning and losing is how the storm plays out inside your head. And up in my room, even though the light is always on, I can't stop dreaming, I can't stop the feeling that we can't go on like this. As the tide rolls in, the lighthouse cries a warning, but the captain is blind and he's turning right into the rocks. And everybody's feeling edgy, everybody's feeling sad. Every day is just another day to turn your mind into a picture show that doesn't show the rock. As the tide rolls in, the lighthouse tries again, but the captain is counting his money as he turns into the rocks. La 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 la. What kind of war? What sickness of more and more and more and more as the tide rolls in, and the lighthouse cries a warning, but the captain is toasting Old Glory as he turns into the rocks. And the tide rolls in as the lighthouse tries again, but the captain just throws up his hands and turns into the rocks. La 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 la. Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to leave it to you to pick us up again, maybe.
Okay. All right. No pressure. Is this the last song we're doing, or are we doing one more after this?
Well, how do you all
It's 8:15.
8:15. If you guys think you can get one more turnaround without, and you feel up to doing it, why don't we do one more?
We'll do one more after
Yeah.
you.
Okay,
That
cool.
sounds great.
I
You guys
wanted to
cool
play.
with that?
Is that okay with everybody? Cool. Okay. All right. Good, because I wanted to play this song, but I didn't want to play it as my last song. This song is the one song that I've written. I just felt like what we're playing for is people's last moments, and I haven't written a whole lot of songs that look death right in the face, but I wrote one a long time ago, and it was wrapped up in a lot of like fundamentalist religion language because it was all that I knew at the time, and then I unpacked it and I let it lie for years and years and years. And when I was invited to do this benefit concert, I picked it up again and started putting language into it that I believe now more about how things work. And so this is like how I want people to remember me, but it's also a prayer, I believe, for everybody. And I guess we're going to call it the Everywhere I Am for now. So. And if I die tonight, light will greet you in the morning. And if I die tonight, there will be another day. And on the grass outside, drops of morning dew will gather. And the sun will come as if nothing had gone away. And when I'm free of feet or hands, I hope you finally understand the everywhere I am. The everywhere I am. And if I die tonight, there will be another summer. And there will be a fall, and there will be a winter snow. And as the darkness fades, ice will wander down the rivers. And then when spring is here, rain will make the flowers grow. And when I'm free of feet and hands, I hope you finally understand the everywhere I am. The everywhere I am. I'm in the ocean breeze, I'm in the sparrows in the air. And I'm in each mystery and all the tiny ways you care, the ways you care. 'Cause when I'm free of feet or hands, I know you finally understand the everywhere I am. the everywhere I am, the everywhere I am, the everywhere I am. And if I die tonight, I will see you in the morning.
Oh, I could hear like a bunch of like full like orchestral like in that like
Yeah, there's some expansion of that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just want to thank Swan Songs for having me, and it's been a great night and good to hear you guys and meet you and reconnect with you, and I'm just stalling because I don't know what song to play. All right, I'll do this one. I kind of go back to what I started with, how music is for me just what I can turn to when I'm feeling alone. I'm not really alone, and so I'm gonna play this song. It's called "Alone," and it's really about how we're all sort of connected through the human experience, just being human. And we feel the same things, even though circumstances may be different. So, here we go. You ever have days you feel forgotten? Left off a list, thinking in questions. Why do I exist? Just know that you are not alone. You are not alone. You ever have days you feel so common, just plain as can be, but you keep doubting. What do you see in me? Just know that you are not alone. No, you are not alone. No, you are not alone. You are not alone. No, you are not alone. Because you're gonna have days that you feel forgotten. You'll get left off some list and you'll keep doubting. What do you see in me? Oh, what do you see in me? Oh, and why do I exist? So no, you are not
the things that I was completely unprepared for as the parent of an 8.5-year-old is how much time we spend talking about death. Alina has been in a super existential phase, and it seems like every night when it's time to get to sleep, it's like, you and Mommy are my favorite people, and I'm gonna be lonely when you're dead. Like that's like way down the road. But you're gonna die. Yeah, but but when you're dead, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about being dead anymore. Come on, give me a minute. Yeah. So this is a song not about death. This is a song that I wrote when she had just been with us for a little while, and it was one of those. I got up to get her a bottle in the middle of the night, and then I couldn't sleep, and so I grabbed my guitar and started working out this song. And it's kind of a hope for her life, for anybody's life. It's called Tiny Song. She doesn't usually like me to play it because she's not tiny anymore. But Tiny went looking for a new song. She went down to the river to see grandmother sitting by the water underneath the shade of a tree. She said, I must find my own way, but my way is far from clear. Grandma, won't you tell me what you hear? She said, all I hear is the wind blowing. All I hear is the sound of the radio. All I hear is the night birds singing. She kept walking till the banks of the river grew as wide as you could see. With barges floating down to the city, Tiny heard the boatmen sing. She said, I must find my own way, but my way is far from clear. Mr. Boatman, tell me what you hear. They said, all I hear is the wind blowing. All I hear is the sound of the radio. All I hear is the night birds singing. She walked through the city night, and the city lights were shining. And passing by a cafe, she saw a window sign. We're always looking for a new song. If you've traveled far or near, come inside and tell us what you hear. And she sang, all I hear is the wind blowing. All I hear is the sound of the radio. All I hear is the night birds singing. The night birds singing. The night birds singing. Thank you. Thank you all so much for having all of us tonight. It's been really lovely being here.
I was gonna say, in maybe 5 years, you could call it the teeny song. There you go.
I like teenager, teeny. I like it. I approve of pretty much any pun. Yeah, thank you all so much for coming. And I'll go ahead and be the one to say, if you enjoyed our art, we've got some merch in the back right beyond this wall. And we got some CDs. And
Thanks for mentioning that.
yeah, of course. And James has has a vinyl record. I've got some CDs. Karen has some fabulous jewelry over there available. And I know I also have a poetry book. So if you like the lyrics of the songs, all my song lyrics are in that poetry book. I'll finish with this one. I'm sure most of y'all have seen or read a blog about people's like deathbed lessons they wish they'd learned when they were, younger or whatever. And I always thought it was interesting that every single one of those questions basically, every single one of those wishes were basically, I wish I had been more courageous in one way or another. And so just to honor that, this is kind of a song about the courageous way that I want to walk through the world. And I always like to say, just because you write the song does not mean you learned the lesson. So this is a lesson I'm learning. But this song is called A Wilder Wind. And I'll close out the night with this. Thank you so much for having us. A resurrection sounds good to me, but these grave clothes are comfy. I've got room in this nice quiet tomb and a good roof above me. I hear a voice speaking my name, calling me to a brighter way. And my fear whispers we could stay the same for free. But that's not what I want to be. So let me roll like a river, arms wide as the sea, willing to go where the wilder waves take me. Strong as a hurricane, but light as the breeze, willing to rise when a wilder wind wakes me. And I used to wait for faith to move my mountains, but now I can see the one faith moves is me. I'm the one that needs the moving, the moving. A new creation sounds good to me, but this old cocoon is comfy. I've got space and this familiar place doesn't ask too much of me. But I hear a voice speaking my name, calling me to a bigger way. And my doubt whispers we could stay the same for free. But that's not who I want to be. No, I want to roll like a river, arms wide as the sea, willing to go where the holy water takes me. Strong as a hurricane, but light as the breeze, willing to rise when a wilder wind wakes me. And I used to wait for love to move my mountains, but now I can see the one love moves is me. I'm the one that needs the moving, the moving. And I want to roll like a river, arms wide as the sea, willing to go where the wilder waves take me. Strong as a hurricane, but light as the breeze, willing to rise when the wilder wind wakes me. And I used to wait for faith to move my mountains, but now I can see the one faith moves is me. I'm the one that needs the moving, where the wilder wind takes me. A resurrection sounds good to me, but these grave clothes are comfy.
Big hand for Bobby Joe Valentine, James Lowe, and Karen Ann. Thank you all for being here tonight. There's cupcakes. Anybody with Swan Songs Board or volunteer or something, raise your hand so if people are interested, they can come talk to you. And come talk to us if you want to find out more. And thank you all for being here. And we'll see you 2 months from now on the Thursday. What is it? The third Thursday? The 20th
of November.
We'll see you then. And thank you for being here. And thank you all.